She's here with
Hi.
me again.
Did you miss me? Because I'm back. You have no choice. You have to deal with me.
I love me some Katya, y'all. She's awesome. And she's like in it to win it. So like she like came in at the last minute and she's got all these cool things to show us, which is super exciting. So I hope your week has been going really well. I feel like today, I was telling Katya, I feel like it's one of these days that it's like all the crazy is going on. Yes, Barb, we were a little bit late. I don't know if Mercury is in retrograde or...
Oh, it's that, maybe. I don't know.
somebody's
No idea.
just like, my brain's playing a trick on me. But like seriously, so my keyboard was dead. My mouse was dead.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's like every little
Wonderful.
teeny tiny thing. So it's just, we can all take a nice, deep Zen breath together. And now we're here. So those of you who don't know, Katya, I'm going to try and get your name right.
Yeah.
Gorbacheva?
Close. Gorbacheva, yeah.
Gorbacheva.
Yeah.
And you've got to keep on me, because Gorbacheva.
It's no big deal.
Because I was saying, she's not the mean Russian man. She's then, and she's like, maybe I'm mean. Maybe
That depends on
I'm
who I'm
not.
talking to, so yeah.
But for us, she's our.
Yeah, I'm going to be nice today.
Our, you're always nice to me
Okay,
too.
I try.
But I think it's just you're very strong and your posture is perfect, and so people go, oh, she's going to beat the crap out of me, this lady.
I don't beat nobody.
I know.
I'm sweet. Yeah.
You are sweet. See, I used to do Aikido, so I would throw people up in the
Yeah,
air.
so you can beat me.
And then I would have my foot on, and have them.
Okay.
So, but that was a while ago. So, you just don't know who's going to be a little mean and testy and who's not. But today it will not be either of us. So, last week we talked, and then I realized, I have this one open. Also, you guys, unless you're on my email list, you don't know that we went outside. We didn't okay, let me tell you this one thing. When someone says, you want to come work out with me at my client's gym, and it's summer, I want you to say, is there air conditioning? That is my tip for you for July. So the hottest day of the entire year that
We
broke
literally
records.
went to work out outside on the hottest day.
Outside. The first
Yeah.
time working with weights in probably, I would say, more than a decade. Or
Really?
at least a decade, yeah.
Wow.
And we
I'm proud of you. I'm
Thank
proud of
you.
Cheryl.
I think we did really well, and
Yeah.
we couldn't do everything, but she gave us some really great ways
You
to
could
work
do
around.
everything. Because we adjusted exercises.
Yes.
We provided assistance where you needed it.
And it's true, and it's kind of cool, because like first I wanted to be a big girl, because I'm like, Katya says, do you want to come hang out? And I'm like, of course I want to come hang out. I'm going to be a big girl. What's funny though is it wasn't the working out that messed me up, but it was the heat. I realized that after. So I was doing this one pull down thing, and then I started feeling shaky and like I was going to spew. And then I was like, maybe it's just this exercise. I got on the other thing, and I had my legs, because I have strong legs, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. And I went back up there, and I'm like, oh no, this one's tough. I don't know if it's because that I was working harder or something, or because I was standing up and it was hot. But it was very interesting. I was like, okay, I'm a grown up. I say, this is as much as I can do. And it was, and you were awesome about it, because that's one of the things in my past in exercising. So I am really smart about some things, and some things I am not. So if someone says, do this 30 times, I will do it 30 times, or I will do it until I can't get up.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. You're one of those.
And it's super helpful. Don't do it. Don't do it. So even when I was young in yoga, and I was going to yoga then like 5 times a week, and I had a break because I was playing with the orchestra, and I'm like, I'm going to go to yoga twice a day. I'm going to see if I can, and that's when I was walking, so it was like, I don't know, mile, 2 miles away. So I'd walk, do my yoga, come back home, walk, do my yoga, come back home. And I pulled my quads and my hamstrings.
Great. Yeah, I would be very, very careful about yoga. People think like, oh, yoga is so like nice and easy and good for all ages. I have predominantly, if I ever gotten injured doing like doing anything athletic, it usually has been yoga. So just throwing that out there, I got nothing against it. But people, and myself included, I was like, oh, so cool, just this, and then I stretch, and then something just goes wrong, like in my knee, my back, so,
And
you know.
it's really important. Like, so from doing yoga when I was younger up to now, like, so if I go into somebody's class now, there's things I can't do that I could do when I was 20.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
You know, it is the way it is. I've lived a full life. You know, I've broken myself several places.
That's considered a full life. Yeah.
Right. And so, but I know enough to make my own modifications. Whereas
Yeah.
with some of your stuff, because I don't know how to do, you know, like weight bearing exercise, it's not, because I think everything's kind of a skill, right? So like, and Joanne, that's perfect. I take it to the edge and then back it up 5% because I know Joanne does a lot of yoga.
Yeah.
And I think that's a perfect way of being. I think it's also for people who think like I do. Like, I'm not competitive with other people.
Yeah.
So let's say in this alternative universe fantasy sphere, I am also a power lifter. I would support you and be excited. And even if you won, I wouldn't feel like you beat me.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But if I didn't lift what I thought I could lift, it would be a fail for me.
Yeah. You compete with yourself. Me versus me, as cheesy as it sounds, it's more helpful.
It can be more helpful, but I am just like driven when I'm competing with myself. And that's when I'm like, no, I know I can do 4 more of these. Do it! I know, I'm like,
you can.
I'm scaring the weightlifter by like her.
Yeah.
And because it's not helpful. And I think that's one of the reasons, like when we were talking last time, one of the reasons I also bring it to beginners a lot is because some of the audience is just starting to exercise or
That's perfect.
just trying to do some kind of cardio for weight loss.
Mm-hmm.
But what I thought was brilliant